Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Seattle. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And 11 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Murray flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mecole Hardman, 29 yards. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Over first and 10.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, Singleton trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
brought down right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the Cardinals' 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more.
Number 44 on the carry.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
1st down, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. It's Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. To throw, it's Murray. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
16 yards. 1st down.
Murray to air it out again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mecole Hardman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Singleton. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now a give, right side. Singleton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man open. It's Ross. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And 6 yards.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Cardinals first down.
Play fake. Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Murray. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Hardman on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A final shot before half for Murray. That escapes the sack. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
For the extra point.
Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Second and 11. Allen's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
As soon as I saw him break.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The fake punt gets him 10, and that changes things as they've got a first down. Now Murray off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 40 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 62 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football ball a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
2nd and 5. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Allen has it, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Murray with a 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down. On play action, it's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And a little floater there is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Murray and company going for it on 4th, and it is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of it. That's just who they are. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Oh, my goodness.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mecole Hardman with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash it. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Is no good on the fake exit.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
At their own 38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Play fake. Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
23-yard line.
Back to throw it. Murray. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Arizona.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return.